permanent broadcast station within their borders. All instructions will be broadcast from the result.
Stations.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is dkdynamite. We have what is easily the biggest leak for Call of Duty 2020 thus far, even bigger than the Red Door Alpha that we just talked about a couple of weeks ago. This is a perfect follow-up video to the one I just made less than a day ago where we talked about the new data mine that proves Frank Woods is coming as an operator into Season 5 of Modern Warfare. We have so much to discuss today in regards to a huge crossover between Black Ops and Modern Warfare. Definitely don't miss out on it. Stay tuned throughout the entire video if you guys can. We also have what could potentially be the answer to what the live event is going to be like within Warzone as well, and how the nuclear warhead is 100% connected to whatever storyline Treyarch's going to be focusing on in their next game. We may have just cracked the code, but before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, because about 75% of you that watch my videos aren't subscribed, so make sure you guys are getting notifications every time I update you on Call of Duty 2020, Warzone, and Modern Warfare Season 5. So right as I put out my last video, within like an hour or so, audio actually leaked in the files for Frank Woods, and guess what? James C. Burns did not record the voice lines for him. Now this is funny because TGR and I actually reported this quite some time ago, that apparently Mason and Woods were to be recasted for Treyarch's next game, but as I made clear for quite some time now, there could just be placeholder audio in the files right now, right? Maybe James C. Burns will be called to record the lines of Woods later down the line, later than usual. Maybe Sam Worthington will also be called to record Mason lines again. Who knows what's going to happen, but as of right now, we have somebody who's impersonating James C. Burns pretty damn well, and of course, the audio is for Warzone. So this is really exciting information, right? Woods is coming to Modern Warfare, and will probably be the first iconic Black Ops character to make an appearance. However, with that being said, I can't actually share the audio in this video for obvious copyright reasons, but here's what I'll say. It is so damn easy to find it on the internet. It's out there. People have re-uploaded it to Twitter, YouTube. It's all over the place. You guys will find it, but that's not all either. We also have audio of Captain Price saying the Ascension numbers from the original Black Ops campaign. He says the numbers in the exact same order that Karen did within that cutscene. I shit you not. It's all there in the files, and I can't share that audio either, but I'm gonna play for you guys how Karen sounds when she spoke the numbers back from Black Ops 1.
Ascension 7 15 1 2 19 7 25 6 13 6 7 15 14 0.
Now imagine Captain Price saying those exact same numbers. That's exactly what it sounds like. It's incredible. And besides that too, we have a pretty big find from Real Geek Gaming, an Easter egg that many of us may have actually overlooked within Modern Warfare. So in the gunfight map Trench, there's a really cool Easter egg to get into one of those bunkers, and when you do, there's quite a few cool props around the room. There's like, I think, a giant monkey behind this other door with like dual wield miniguns. He can actually kill you. But on one of the desks, you'll see a teddy bear with a wig on, and as you'll see, there is a huge correlation between what's going on in that scene with Karen from the original Black Ops campaign, the woman that actually says the numbers. So the wig is referencing the woman, we have the cigarette sitting there, as you can see, highlighted in red, and we have the equipment and radio highlighted in green there. So that is huge, something that many of us overlooked. Nobody thought of that. Nobody could have guessed that that's what they were teasing. Also, huge shout out to the lad Fajardi, who did some more research on why exactly this upcoming game is codenamed Project Zeus. What does Zeus mean, right? The obvious theory is, oh, maybe it's teasing, the Return of the Chaos story. That is not the case. There's actually a book called The Council of Zeus, and as you see on the cover, there's John F. Kennedy. The book actually focuses on an alternate timeline, right? What if Kennedy hadn't been assassinated? What would the world be like? So what if that's that's what this game's gonna be about, right? If Mason didn't ever assassinate Kennedy, what would the world have been like? Again, a parallel universe to the original Black Ops games, right? Except, you have events taking place a little bit differently. Or is it connected to the cutscene from Specialist Stories where Woods tells Mason that he was the one in the box? Will Woods be the one that's brainwashed in this game, and maybe he gets set to assassinate Kennedy but doesn't, and then the world plays out differently? That would be insane, right? And what about the nuclear warhead within the bunker right now, right? What does it mean, right? Are we gonna watch a nuke just skyrocket off and blow something else up? Is somebody gonna nuke Verdansk while we're on the map during the live event? What's gonna happen, right? But here's the thing with Zeus as well. There is a Project Zeus that deals with the Nike Zeus rocket.
During the last few years, the Army has been engaged in developing a new member of the Nike family, the Nike Zeus. Its mission is the destruction of enemy ballistic missiles which pose a threat to the continental United States.
And what it does is it counters Soviet rockets, and it is in fact a nuclear warhead as well. I have all of these sources linked down below in the description, right? All these articles that talk about Project Zeus from back then. So this all relates to the old Rusalka information that we went over. I think it might have been at the end of season 3 or so. There was a video I made where there was apparently a cipher that was found, right, in the patch notes of one of the Modern Warfare updates, and if you translated it, it talked about the Rusalka number station. And what is that? That's the exact same number station from the ending of Black Ops 1, right? It's in Cuba. So there were already hints dropped inside of Warzone talking about the numbers, Rusalka, brainwashing, sleeper agents, so many crazy things that obviously are only in the Black Ops universe. So what does this mean now, right? There's obviously that thing I talked about in yesterday's video, which is that, what if this is all just, for marketing of Call of Duty 2020, but the stories aren't connected to Modern Warfare? I highly doubt that's the case. With the amount of Easter eggs already dropped in game and multiplayer and Warzone, there's no way the stories aren't fully connected. And if anything, this is the best way to handle the Call of Duty franchise going forward, having everything in one smooth timeline where, hopefully the writers of both Treyarch and Infinity Ward, can team up and, drop hints in each other's games and have everything be in a very cohesive timeline. I think that's the best way they can handle the franchise in the future, and that's of course how Warzone bridges the gap between both Black Ops and Modern Warfare. It's that simple, and it makes me excited because, when it's not a Treyarch season, when there's not, a new Treyarch Zombies map coming out, you can still see some really fun stuff happening in Warzone, right? Even when, Raven and Infinity Ward are leading, Warzone for the year. So who knows how that's gonna work, but also we have documents from Classified, which the Gaming Revolution and I have talked about, for quite a few hours now. We've talked about how this has to mean something. There's stuff in Classified in Black Ops 4 Zombies that has not been explained yet. Obviously, there's the Mark IV and Mark V ray guns. Who knows what that's for? That could be for, the next iteration of Zombies. That could have been scrapped one of their weapons from Alpha Omega. But the documents talking about our iconic campaign characters, right? There's information on them that just doesn't make sense. You have Vietnam X'd out. You have Mason blacked out at the bottom there with a different name. You see, Kravchenko, Dimitri, all these different characters that we haven't seen in a while. Bowman's on there. There's Hudson, Woods, all these characters on this list. And, there's Project Nova, of course. But there's other information in these documents that we just haven't seen explored in a campaign yet. Why would that be in Classified, right? A bonus DLC Zombies map that a lot of people probably didn't even play, right? So were there hints dropped inside of Black Ops 4, Zombies specifically, that is hinting at the future of the Black Ops universe, hinting at a parallel universe, right? We know Zombies is connected to the campaign universe, of course, right? Through the multiverse and such, but now that the multiverse has been closed off in TAG, what does that mean, right? Now we have one new universe, right? Is TAG or Toten the reason why Black Ops and Modern Warfare are now in the same universe? That would be mind-blowing, but I definitely think even Specialist Stories was hinting at something that we clearly didn't see fleshed out whatsoever within Black Ops 4's DLC season. So could this have been, some 200 IQ going on where Treyarch's like, all right, let's drop some hints for a future massive crossover between Black Ops and Modern Warfare. Let's drop those hints in Black Ops 4 of all games. How crazy is that, guys? But anyway, my brain almost hurt reading through all this. There is just so much information. And what's funny too is how there was like leaked alpha gameplay gameplay for, was it Black Ops 4's original campaign online, and we almost think that there's probably footage floating around the internet somewhere else too for Call of Duty 2020, for, you know, certain builds of the game and other spoilers. There's stuff all over the internet that many of us probably haven't even seen yet, so wouldn't I be surprised to see more data mines, more leaks, more stuff over the next couple of weeks. But this is huge, guys. We also have Imran Zakayev, I hope I said that right, who actually has a son, so everybody's speculating that the father will actually, you know, play a role in Black Ops 2020, because Zakayev was apparently a Cold War hero. Why drop that? Why let us know about that, right? The Cold War plays like no role in New Modern Warfare, so maybe we're going to be seeing some crazy plot here where Zakayev actually, you know, is a character in Black Ops 2020 and, you know, serves as a prequel to his arc within the New Modern Warfare. But ladies and gentlemen, this is dkdynamite. Leave all your thoughts down below in the comment section. I do believe at this point in time the live event is being saved until marketing for Call of Duty 2020 is ready, so that everything happens at around the same time. I'll be patient. Season 5 starts, I think, at the beginning of August, so that could be when we see our first official reveal for Treyarch's next game. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everyone.